The following podcast has been rated Listener MA. It contains strong language, violence, adult situations, nudity. Listener discretion is advised.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Laughing on the Sidelines podcast. I am your host. My name is Scotty German, a.k.a. Scooter McFuckstick. Yeah, and as usual, we have, well, not as usual, we have one excellent stand-up comedian from right here in the Wichita area. He is the 1984 Kingman County T-Ball Defensive Player of the Year Award winner, Mr. Jeremy Joseph.
Hello, Scotty.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm actually doing good. I don't have to put up with Derek's shit today.
I'm not really caring for the view.
Why?
Right now? There's nothing obstructing you from me.
Oh.
Which you may want to watch out for that. I'm liable to just come across that gap. I mean, it's a little further than what I like to travel.
Yeah.
I might get a little worn out before I get to you, but
Yeah.
that just know you're in danger.
Yeah, you're probably gonna get a little winded.
Probably.
I'm kind of light and quick.
Yeah. I mean, you might catch just some friendly fire. I flail a lot. Derek always leaves bruised on his right side.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately today, Derek is not with us. He's got some personal business that he has to attend to.
I know those of you watching on YouTube are like, "Where's Derek?"
Yeah.
None of your fucking business. All right.
But we hope to see him back soon. But yeah, he's got some stuff going on that we hope to see him back as soon as we can. But anyways, blah blah blah. I can't even think of how the show normally goes because of all of that.
Jesus Christ, that does throw things off, doesn't it?
It does.
He's the glue that holds this all together.
No, he's the guy that just keeps on fucking with me on a regular basis, and it kind of makes the rhythm of the show worse.
Yeah, that's what glue does, Scotty. You don't know what glue does?
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, that's all my glue
okay.
does is fuck with me.
Well, anyways, guys, welcome to the Laughing on the Sidelines podcast. This is an adult comedy show, basically referring to the current events that are going on in sports, where we like to make very inappropriate jokes about those events and a whole bunch of inappropriate jokes about other stuff that has nothing to do with sports whatsoever.
Absolutely. My comment on the circus. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. And then also...
When was the last time you were at the circus, Scotty?
You know what? I don't remember. I
Really?
don't know if I've ever even been to the circus.
Wow. Fifth grade we went.
Yeah, not a big fan of clowns.
That's
Jeremy.
the only time.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Did you have a good
Thanks,
time?
man. It wasn't bad. It
No?
wasn't bad. I love the idea of going and seeing entertaining things with the faint waft of animal shit in the background. just kind of clouding everything up.
Yeah. I never really thought of it that way. Okay.
That's exactly what it is.
But if you haven't already noticed, this is also an adult language podcast. So if you don't like that sort of thing, get the fuck out of here. You're in the wrong place. But as we always do, we always like to start out with our week recap, basically discussing the things that happened to us over the last week. And as always, Jeremy,
Yeah.
what'd you do, bud?
Well, let's see. Last week, my wife and I went and picked out some new living room furniture.
Ooh.
Now we got to get rid of our old stuff. Actually, we found somebody who's going to take it.
Okay, cool.
We went a little, I don't know, what do you call it? Unorthodox. Because it's just me and her there. You know, most people go like sofa love seat or sofa recliner, whatever.
Yeah.
We went 2 love seats.
Oh, okay.
With the console and the cup holders in the middle.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we did. But it's all electric.
It's not too unorthodox. You added a ED at the end of it, so.
No, it's orthodoxed.
Oh, okay.
I want to let people know where these couches live. I'm going to disclose their information so that they can be stalked.
Okay, got it.
I don't care what their political views.
Right.
I don't know why they're going to be in my house.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, we went leather, but we like to be kind to animals, so it's still live. We bought cows, is what happened,
Nice.
folks. And then, let's see, last Friday, I had something kind of neat.
Yeah.
I sold, on Facebook Marketplace, I have a lawnmower lift that I don't anymore. I sold it.
Okay.
Put it on there for sale. Put it up for $50. Guy offered me 40. I said, sure. Comes to my house to pick it up, and he's looking at it, and he's looking at me, and drunk pack of cigarettes.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Oh my God. That is so fucking funny.
Yeah. So I had to make sure that guy doesn't disclose where the fuck I live now, or I got to move, one of the two, which is going to be hard for the furniture movers to bring shit because we're going to move tomorrow, and they're coming Thursday. Let's see, and then I built a cart.
What kind of cart?
Like just a utility cart. I got that new planer or that joiner.
Oh, yeah.
So I built a cart to put that on and my planer and all that shit so I can just wheel it around because that shit's heavy.
That's fucking fascinating.
It sure is. And then, let's see, I'm done with the inventory thing, and thank God for that because it was getting creepy because my company had leased out some warehouse space in what used to be a very well-known retail store. Mm-hmm. And up until very recently. And so it still looks like the retail store inside, but like with none of the stuff. So it's like this post-nuclear war, like zombie scene.
Nice.
And I just expected that to come out.
Oh, yeah.
But so I'm glad to not have to do that anymore. And so I went back to building airplanes today, only to find out that that was maybe my last day of that.
What?
And tomorrow I start a new chapter in my career, which unfortunately that's about all I can say about it.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good thing. I'm kind of excited about it. It's going to be some kind of cutting edge
Nice.
new shit. Yeah.
Okay, well, you made it sound like at first like it was a bad thing. But
No,
okay,
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. That makes me happy. Mm-hmm. Well, cool.
Same company, just doing something totally different.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
That was my week.
That was your week? That was the whole thing?
Yeah.
God, you're worthless.
I
Absolutely.
had like
worthless.
19 things.
Okay.
Fucking fan came to my house.
Yeah,
actually, he never said he was a fan.
He just now.
He just recognized me. He didn't say, "Hey, I like your stuff."
That's starting to. I've been recognized once already. Mm-hmm. It's kind of weird, but not for that video.
Okay.
I'm sure we've been recognized a couple of times because of our most popular video that's on TikTok.
Yeah.
That one has hit over 1 million views. The Toy Story porno.
You mean the one that came primarily from the guy who's not here?
That's the one. We're gonna take full credit for
Absolutely.
that shit too.
We work as a team. We fail as you.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So that's what. Yeah, every failure that we ever have is your fault. But
that's
all of our
definitely
successes, that's mostly me.
Yeah.
But we'll give Derek some credit on that.
Yeah,
Since
just a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah. But we also found out that I guess, and last week we were going to talk about it on the show, and I was going to make up an excuse of why we didn't, but realistically we just fucking forgot. Mm-hmm. But we got sent by several listeners a video of a couple of half-naked chicks in like sex outfits for
sexy costumes
for the Toy Story characters.
Right.
Did they jack the idea?
I don't think so. If so, they don't know what porn is. They were wearing all their clothes. Nobody was fucking, and it was all chicks, which not a bad kind of porn.
No.
But they had Woody as a woman.
Yeah,
Which
I would prefer that.
I kind of would too.
Yeah, you
Just
would.
a really hot chick with a huge dick. You bet I would.
No.
Put that cowboy hat right on the end of it. Oh. Giddy up. Ride 'em cowboy.
Oh, no. I don't.
Is that not where you're going? Oh.
No. I would much rather prefer the actual chicks dressed as the
Mitch,
actual
edit that
case.
out.
Yeah, please, thank you. Please and thank you, Mitch. And we don't say thank you to Mitch enough. You know that?
Fuck him.
Oh, okay. Our editor, Mitch, he's great to have. He doesn't edit shit, though.
I don't care. He's Dutch Polynesian, and I don't care for those people.
Oh, okay, that's fair. But other than that, we have... I had a lot of family in town this week. So for those of you guys that listen and follow us on TikTok really closely, I was not the very responsive person because I was busier than shit. I have a brother that's moving from Western Kansas, and I was not really helping him do a whole hell of a lot.
Good.
But
it's not your fucking problem.
I know.
Move himself, you fucking lazy prick.
I know, but I had a lot of family in town, so I was spending a lot of time with them.
Older or younger brother?
He is older. I'm the baby.
Oh.
God, that makes a hell of a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Sure does.
One gets picked on the most. I kind of get used to it. Yeah, it is what it is. The other thing that happened was I kicked the shit out of Derek in fantasy football. And
Is that right?
I enjoyed that rather a lot. I loved it.
When you say you mean the players on your team, right?
Yeah,
You didn't
yeah.
actually get out there, put on pads, and
No, but I did a
Take
lot
the
of
field.
coaching. I was texting the players that were in the game. Specifically,
Sure.
I'll get into the specifics of that in a little bit. But the last thing that we are experiencing right now in our state, in our area, is Jesus Christ, it's cold and snowy.
it sure is.
God damn it. It's not even snowy. It's frozen fucking rain.
Well, yeah, that's what it was earlier today. By now, like on my way here, it's just wet.
Yeah.
Now, and you would think that we're on a fucking ice skating rink by the way people are driving.
Yeah.
Christ, I had to creep here at 20 miles an hour because nobody would step on the fucking gas, and it's just wet.
I get it. But there are absolute idiot drivers.
There sure are.
And it's below freezing, so that wet freezes. And there was quite a few accidents today.
Well,
a
okay,
few.
number one, I heat up the roads just with my dance moves, so I keep them thawed at all times.
I'm sure.
All times.
Yeah.
But, it's weird how when it actually does freeze, that's when they're like, well, fuck, I guess we can really kick it up a notch now.
Yeah, that's
when
true.
people drive like assholes the other way.
Yep, that's true. And it's amazing. Like, I feel like for the most part, we're pretty decent when the roads are shitty. I felt like most people, like people that were going under the speed limit, were in the right lane.
By decent, do you mean dress? Because I had my cock out the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was meaning.
Okay.
But people that were driving slower were on the right, and people that were passing were on the left, which is what you're supposed to fucking do. But I feel like if I'm in other states, like especially southern states, Oklahoma, people in Oklahoma don't know how to fucking drive in the snow.
Well, have you ever been on the roads in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Holy fuck. It's going to take them wherever they go anyway. You get on the highway, try and stay in one lane, it's going to bounce you over to the others.
Yeah, this is kind of true.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
In fact, having a sheet of ice over there might be the smoothest that their shit ever gets.
Yeah.
It is the worst.
Yeah. No, you make a good point.
I make a great point.
Great point. I feel like people in the South, though, like Texas and shit like that, like they don't have a fucking clue. But other than that, that was my week.
How are they going to rise again?
Who?
The South.
I don't think they're gonna.
When they, clearly they can't even make a decent road.
Yeah, they really suck at making roads.
Were you in Texas during all this? Or Oklahoma?
No, but I have been before when
Okay.
it was actually snowing in Texas. And flat out, people that I know that are friends of mine that live in Texas, they flat out say we don't know how to drive on snowy roads. It's just
Gotcha.
that simple. The other thing I noticed was, and this is kind of a side note, that they actually closed and canceled schools for way less shit now.
Oh, fuck yes.
I mean, I hate to sound old as fuck, but I remember whenever that was like inches of snow and you're fucking going to school. Dude.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're too easy on the kids now or if they were just dicks to us.
I would
Because I
think
used to have
the
to
second.
walk in that shit.
Oh yeah, uphill both
That
ways.
wasn't right. I mean, the fact that nobody ever died is really amazing. If my town was any bigger, they would have.
Yeah, that's true. But I think it was definitely they were just dicks to us because we were little dicks ourselves. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, but let's move on. This is, believe it or not, this is a little bit of a sports show for the most part.
You say so.
Yeah. The last thing that I did over the weekend was watch the UFC pay-per-view fight. Did you catch any of that?
I didn't.
I
I neither paid nor viewed.
I had a couple of friends over, or maybe one or two.
Right, thanks
And,
for the invite. Fuck, I sure would like to see it.
I said friends, Jeremy.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Good point.
it was a huge fight. It was probably one of the most hyped cards for over the last 6 months. Khabib Nurmagomedov, who is the badass Russian fucking fighter, was facing Justin Gaethje, and it was one of the more hyped ones. It was probably the biggest one since Khabib last fought against Conor McGregor. Mm-hmm. I'd like to see the numbers of who actually tuned into that. I don't think it beat McGregor, but it was one of those things where Khabib's father had just passed away. He's normally in his corner. He's normally his coach. And surprisingly enough, Khabib ended up winning by tap out, which is pretty much what he fucking does every single time he gets into the octagon. Mm-hmm. And he actually is retiring now. He is no longer going to fight in the UFC.
Well, I've been thinking for years that guy's just getting too old.
No,
he's over the hill.
He's.
I don't know who it is.
Okay, he's fucking young.
I don't know enough about UFC. Has he sustained some sort of injury or
no? No, I think the whole thing is he says he really couldn't fight without his dad in his corner, and I understand that. But no, this guy was like 27 or 28-0. He was undefeated and probably will go down as one of the best pound for pound fighters in UFC history.
Here's the thing. When it comes to the fight game, I know UFC is a little too young, but this has happened for decades in boxing. Guys retire all the time and come out of retirement. It doesn't mean shit. It just means I don't want to sign to a contract to fight right now. I don't. If you say you're retired, people won't pressure you for the next fight.
Yeah, they won't try to get you on a card or get you to fight somebody else. I completely agree.
Ultimately, a fighter needs to fight, and as long as they can, most of them will get back in the ring.
Sure. But that was the whole UFC thing. I figured that was kind of a good note just because that was kind of cool. But moving on to our next thing, which is what we're doing right now. We are currently watching Game 6 of the World Series.
Is that what this is?
That's what this is.
Okay.
And I'm enjoying it so far.
So far.
So do you think that Tampa Bay has actually a snowball's chance in hell of winning 2 straight games and taking it home?
If they win tonight, I think they win tomorrow for sure. Because their ace pitcher, God damn it, what's his name? Why can't I think of his fucking name?
I don't know. Snell?
Yes, Snell. That is, he's on the mound and he's gonna throw good pitches. He's pretty well been unhittable in the postseason, and I thought Kershaw was starting tonight.
No, he's gonna probably not start tonight and probably go tomorrow if it goes that far, or he'll come in halfway through tonight's game and end up trying to close the door.
Okay, because he's not been good typically in the postseason.
Typically. He had a decent game
his last outing, he sure did. But he also got a lot of offensive run support, which means generally it makes it easier on the pitchers, a lot less pressure on them.
Sure.
Let me ask you this.
Oh, what you got?
Okay, Kershaw, with his shit record in the postseason, he's been there a lot, and he's blown it almost every time. I used to try and make excuses for him, like he went so deep in so many games during the regular season that he was gassed by the postseason. What's his excuse this year?
Yeah, there's no Astros beating on trash cans. There's no fatigue. There's no injury that he sustained in a short season. However, he did have back spasm issues at the beginning of this World Series, so he can always blame that.
Okay. Well, that clears it right up.
Yeah, it just clears it right up. But in all seriousness, nothing. I really don't think... I think hitters are in better condition whenever the postseason happens. I think they see the ball better. I think they actually have a much better opportunity on hitting the shit out of Kershaw. That's what I think.
Okay.
That beside the point. I do not think the Tampa Bay Rays get it done. Unfortunately, even watching the game right now, I just have a really bad feeling because I never get what I want, and so I bet you the Dodgers actually pull one out.
Yeah, but you know who else never gets what they want? The Dodgers.
Well, if they lose this one, that'll be 4 straight World Series they've been to that they lost, and we have determined that then means they get to go to Buffalo, I believe. They move the team to Buffalo.
They have to.
Yeah, that's kind of a requirement. You do that shit, you move to Buffalo.
And nobody wants to go to Buffalo.
Nobody wants to play baseball in Buffalo. Fuck that. Anyways, okay.
Actually, they have a AAA team there.
Oh, I'm sure they do. They've got a great fan base.
I believe it's the Mets AAA team, the Buffalo Bisons.
Probably.
I just heard somebody talking about them the other day.
Really?
Yeah, they were talking about Fred Willard, and apparently Fred Willard was a huge minor league baseball fan.
Huh.
Whenever he would do a shoot on location or whatever in any other state, he would always find out what the local minor league teams were, and he'd spend his weekends doing that.
That's kind of fucking cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do too. Too bad he's dead.
Yeah. Tough. Tough. All right, moving on. So we get to the NFL this week. We had a lot of good shit going on.
We sure did.
Yeah. How did your Chiefs fare there, buddy?
You mean your Chiefs? They did really well.
They're not my fucking team.
I saw some things I liked.
Yeah.
It was against the Broncos, so I like always seeing them lose. I liked their defense, kind of stepped it up, but then again, it was against the Broncos.
Yeah, that's right.
But I didn't like the field goals.
Okay.
Too many fucking field goals. Getting into the red zone and settling for field goals.
Well, it's kind of also hard to play in the middle of a fucking blizzard, dude.
Well, their running game had no problems moving up and down the field. They just couldn't punch it in the end zone.
Yeah.
And I say that with Harrison Butker as my
Your
fantasy
kicker?
kicker. He got me 14 fucking points this weekend. That's too many points for a kicker to be getting you.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I thought they played well. They dominated them.
Absolutely,
They really did. But do you necessarily think that it's because the Chiefs' defense looked great or because the Broncos are the Broncos?
I think the Broncos are shit.
Yeah, I do too.
They're not as bad as they were last year.
No, I agree there too.
And I think their young quarterback has got a future. Mm-hmm. They just need to build a team around him.
Right.
I don't think he'll ever be an elite quarterback, but he's certainly a serviceable starter in the NFL.
Yeah, I think he'll max out at like a oh shit. What's his name? Titans.
Steve McNair.
That's who I'm thinking of. That's exactly who I'm thinking
Really?
of. No, you fucking asshole. God damn it. I'm blanking. Why am I blanking? I like
You talking about the guy now?
Yeah.
Oh,
See?
Jesus Christ, is there carbon monoxide coming in here or whatever? I can't think of the fucking Broncos quarterback. I can't think of the Rays.
Drew Lock is the Broncos.
I can't think of the
Tannehill.
Ryan Tannehill, yes.
I didn't get a chance to look it up, but I'm just
I
sitting
can't
there
think of the
like,
Rays
what
ace.
the fuck?
I'm a baseball guy. I can't think of the Rays ace.
What do you do?
I still can't think of it.
Can you think of the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback?
I can.
What's his name?
That was Bernie Kosar. Bernie Kosar.
Nailed it. Absolutely fucking nailed it. Good for you.
Baker Mayfield.
He looked good.
Did he?
He looked better. We'll go with that. He looked better. See, what happens is apparently whenever you get OBJ tearing his ACL and now out for the season, you no longer have to force the ball to the squeaky wheel.
Yeah. Well, do you think that's a sacrifice OBJ is willing to make every year?
No.
Okay.
No,
I'd
I
like
really
to
don't.
see him do that.
I really don't. But not only that, whenever I find that the Browns tend to look like a better team when they play shitty teams. And I hate to say it, but the Bengals are not a great team this year. Offensively, they hung with them. I mean, it wasn't a blowout.
Yeah.
But defensively, they don't have much to stop an offense.
They were in first half, weren't they up by 2 touchdowns or something?
I can't remember. I didn't go over the highlights, but I watched a whole hell of a lot of football this week, and yeah.
Their defense is shit.
It is. Do you think that without OBJ, that Baker Mayfield becomes a better quarterback because he can distribute the ball without having to force it to OBJ?
I think if they want to have any kind of chance, he's going to have to be.
Well, he's got to throw the ball to somebody.
Sure, but I mean, he's going to have to. He can't rely on OBJ's talent alone. He's going to have to understand his offense. He's going to have to know when his receivers are going to break open, and he's got to be able to read defenses.
Yep.
And that's what I think hasn't really been forced to have to do up to this point.
Yep. And then we had another game. We had the Tennessee Titans ended up losing.
We had all kinds of games.
We had all kinds of them. Tennessee Titans ended up losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers on a last-second game-winning opportunity, missing a field goal.
I actually built a cart during this game.
Did you?
I did. I watched it while building a cart, which is why I'm now missing 2 fingers.
Are they your middle one?
They're not.
Oh, damn.
They're my outside toes. They were extras.
Okay.
I actually could afford to lose them.
Oh, that's good.
But I didn't really want to that way. Not while the Browns are playing, or while the Titans are playing.
It was a tough game. Actually, now after this game, they currently have, or ESPN currently has the power rankings with the Steelers sitting at the top.
That doesn't surprise me. They were dominating in the first half.
Yeah.
It was an absolute shit show from the Titans. But as I said last week, you can't count the Titans out. I think I said it on our live cast. I didn't say it on the podcast.
Probably.
Anybody who just listens to the podcast, don't fucking freak out. You're not just hearing things. I'm not making shit up. Okay? Yeah. Knock it off.
Right.
Go on.
Yeah, going on. Let's see. We'll move on to something that I kind of have mixed feelings about right now. The Cowboys ended up getting their asses kicked by the Washington football team. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. This is literally a question that was talked about on an ESPN article.
That's not this segment. This isn't question, Scotty.
No, this is not question. But this is a legitimate thing that they were talking about on ESPN today and basically over the weekend. The question was, do the Dallas Cowboys have a management problem? Are you fucking out of your mind?
Starting at the top.
No shit.
They have a general manager who has no business being a general manager.
This is fucking the dumbest question. I mean, over the last 3 seasons at least, ever since he fired Jerry Jones, they've had a management problem.
They didn't fire Jerry Jones.
Or he quit. Oh, not Jerry Jones.
He
Sorry.
owns the team. That'd be a bitch to fire him.
Not Jerry Jones.
I can't imagine what kind of shit you got to go through with the union.
Jimmy Johnson is who I was thinking. Ever since Jerry Jones fired Jimmy Johnson, it has been a clusterfuck. Mm-hmm.
They cheated to build a super team in the early to mid 90s, and then can't figure out why they can't recreate that once the league made rules to keep teams from doing what they did.
Sure, and ever since they've been the 8-8s. Mm-hmm. That's literally what they've been. I don't even know if they win 8 games this year though.
I mean, they had a couple of good years, like when Romo first burst on the scene.
Yeah.
But once they get to the postseason, they couldn't
beat anybody.
Yeah.
That's what ends up happening.
I'd say when Bill Parcells was still coaching, they were okay.
Yeah, they were.
But yeah, they've been average.
Yeah,
at best, and now they are so far below average. This might be the second worst Cowboys team in history. Mm-hmm. When they did that trade, that Herschel Walker trade back in the day, that next year they went, I believe it was 1-15.
Okay.
And I think that was Troy Aikman's rookie year.
Okay.
And he got the shit kicked out of him, and I loved every second of it. Fucking pretty boy motherfucker.
Well, and that's kind of why I had a little bit of a soft heart, I guess, because I really want Andy Dalton to do well.
What about cock?
Huh?
Soft cock too?
No, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. But I want Andy Dalton to do well.
I did too. Just not in that uniform.
Well, I mean, the poor guy has been on a shit team forever, and now he finally gets behind a decent offensive line, and then all of a sudden they end up getting hurt, retiring. Now there's nobody back there to protect him, and he just got lit up. And I mean, he literally got lit up. He got a late hit to his head, which ended up knocking him out of the game in the third quarter.
Right, and the biggest surprising thing about that, I mean, NFL players are trained, especially on the offensive side of the ball, is, your quarterback is little brother. Mm-hmm. You protect him at all costs. He took a cheap shit shot to the head, and nobody even went to see if he was okay.
That's what
Let
I
alone
was
nobody tried to defend him. Nobody tried to get into a fight over it. Usually that's the kind of shit that will start some bench clearing stuff.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, he was going to slide. He was sliding. He was giving himself up, and then he got the cheap shot. Mm-hmm. And it was maybe, I think, one player kind of went over there to check on him. I think it was just one guy. But as far as emotionally charged, what anybody else would normally do in that situation, the guy that ended up with the cheap shot, which I can't remember who it was at the time or at the moment, but he would have got lit the fuck up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's just kind of supposed to be second nature response.
Yeah.
When your quarterback takes a cheap shot, you get pissed. And you come to his aid. I mean, so I don't know. It's like nobody there gives a shit.
Yeah, and even
I love that. And
McCarthy was questioned after the game, and even he was just like, "Oh yeah, we always act like we want to play as together as a team. I play for you, you play for me, and all this shit." I mean, it was the most politically correct answer to nothing but a bunch of bullshit. It's like, no, you've lost Dak, and now your team just cannot gel together, and you guys are terrible. And now they're talking about him actually being on the hot seat.
Yeah, I think Dak got off easy.
I do too.
Honestly, he could have. I think that might have been the best thing to ever happen to him, is that he gets to sit out the rest of this shit year with nobody protecting him.
Yeah.
So maybe next year they'll have some more help for him. But yeah, right now they got shit.
It depends on if he gets paid by the Cowboys and stays a Cowboy. That's the other thing. Mm-hmm. So keep that in mind. The last thing, though, was I thought it was kind of funny. The Cowboys defensive coordinator, Mike Nolan's rough season took another bad turn Monday whenever he actually had to halt the press conference because he somehow fucking got hot sauce in his fucking eye.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that.
Like, what? How the fuck do you do that?
Why were you eating at your press conference? How much do you not give a shit? Yeah, I'm going to answer all your questions. I just need to get a little snack.
I mean, how just dumb.
And it's not like he just grabbed a handful of crackers. You got condiments. You got hot sauce. What kind of hot sauce do you think it was? You think it was like Cajun hot sauce, or you think it was like salsa?
No, I think it was actually legitimate hot sauce. But,
Both of those are hot sauces.
No, not really. Like Megadeth sauce, like actual hot sauce. I don't consider salsa hot sauce.
Where do you put it on the Scoville scale?
I don't fucking know. Hot? I think my Scoville scale is a little bit different than most people.
No, because the Scoville scale doesn't change. That's the official rating of how hot chili peppers has. It rates how much capsaicin, which is the acid that makes peppers hot.
What the fuck ever, Jeremy? The
Scoville scale.
The amount of useless shit that you know about just absolutely just shocks me.
I am the co-host of a podcast. I can't remember the name of quarterback, but I know the goddamn Scoville scale.
Yeah, good for you.
You fucking ain't right.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm the best.
Yeah, you are the best. Moving on, Giants, for lack of a better word, fall to the Eagles as Daniel Jones trips over himself on an 80-yard run.
Has there ever been a single play that wraps up the NFC East better? That is the personification of everything that the NFC East is right now.
Yeah.
Not just the Giants, but I mean, it certainly does sum up the Giants and their entire season. But, oh, God, I love that.
I did too. That's like the coolest thing to watch. We used to call that shit sniper in the trees. When somebody was completely all by themselves, have no reason to fall, and all of a sudden trip over their own legs.
Mm-hmm. Anybody who's ever run any distance has had that happen.
Oh, absolutely.
And there's nothing that makes you feel like a bigger dumbass.
Yeah.
And it happened to him when it was the only game on and everybody watching. And it made me so happy.
It made me happy too.
But yeah, I wonder, is that the longest run by a quarterback that didn't score a touchdown?
I believe so.
Is it?
It broke a record. I just can't remember what record it was. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Wow.
Uh-huh. And now the memes that came out after the fact are classic. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. There's.
Oh, Bob Menery had a fucking field day with that.
I'm sure he did.
And yeah, I mean, because going through his head, just, I'm going to score. Holy fuck, I'm going to score. I'm going to score. Shit!
Yep. That's right. Okay, anyway. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. That was a nice sound, by the way.
That was a nice
We got some good bottle reflex on there.
Yeah. Here we go. Bears fall to the Rams. I believe that was last night.
They laid down to the Rams. Is what they did.
Do the Bears pass the eye test to make the playoffs?
They might make the playoffs. I don't think they win a meaningful game.
I don't
think they make it past the wild card round.
Oh no, I don't know if they make it. I absolutely think the Packers are going to win their division. I don't know if the Bears will be good enough to make the playoffs.
What's that, Derek? Fuck you, Scotty.
He's not here.
No, but I can hear him.
Oh, I can totally hear him.
Just yelling. He's live streaming this.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, I don't think he passes my eye test. Let's see. Okay, Seahawks.
And by the way, that with the Bears, that is not necessarily Nick Foles' fault.
No.
He is, before he can figure out what's going on, he's got guys on him.
Yeah.
He is not getting any protection.
Yeah. And it sucks so much to watch because I love that guy.
I like Nick Foles a lot.
And I want him to do well, but it's just...
Love's a strong word.
Yeah.
I don't just throw it around.
Oh, man. He's my buddy. He's a listener of this show.
He sure
and he's
is.
been a listener for a very long time.
That's who bought my lawnmower lift.
Yeah. Nice.
Cheap fucker couldn't go to Harbor Freight and pay the full $90 for one.
Yeah. Let's see. The Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking game.
Yeah, it sure was.
It was an absolute fucking awesome game to watch. Cardinals end up pulling it out. I believe that's the first time that they've won against the Seahawks in Arizona since like 2008 or something like that. 2008 or 2012.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Ugh.
You know, the Cardinals they're streaky, but they're a good team. And Kyler Murray is proving me, no, I wouldn't say wrong. I had my doubts about him coming into the league, but no, he's proven himself to be a legit force in the league. And so, you know, and he's my fantasy quarterback, and he got me a fuck ton of points.
Yes, he did.
I mean, they were trailing this game, and it was just this close to getting out of hand several times, and he just wouldn't let it.
Yeah.
He just kept bringing them back.
I still think the Arizona Cardinals are the most improved team in the NFL.
100%. Yeah.
And they will make the playoffs.
Yes, they will.
They will absolutely make the playoffs.
I think Seattle is still the best team in the NFC.
I agree. I agree as well.
They get in that exact same scenario in the fourth quarter 100 more times, and they pull it out 100 times.
I agree.
But, you know, Wilson was how do you like that sound? He was uncharacteristic with some of his shit. He didn't just take command of the game.
Yeah, that and DK Metcalf didn't have a huge game. However, he had one hell of a huge fucking stop. No.
You can't go huge and not finish that with dong. That's the law.
No, you don't.
It's a city ordinance at least.
Okay, fine.
It ought to be.
No, he had a huge stop. There was a pick six that was just inevitable. Mm-hmm. Russell Wilson throws a pick down while they're in the red zone, gets picked off, and the guy running it back, somehow DK Metcalf, who I knew was a very large human being, I didn't realize he was that big and that fast.
He's not that big.
Holy shit. Compared to that guy.
He ran down a cornerback.
Okay.
Which are typically the fastest, most agile guys on the field. They have to be. And, you know, usually your running backs are bigger, more bruising type guys. But, I mean, he had a 5-yard head start on him.
10. It was 10.
We'll call it 7.5.
Okay, fine. Compromise. That's what we do.
Yeah. No, I want to go back to 5. I don't like that idea. I don't like us getting along. No, thank you, sir.
Fine.
But either way, even a step head start, a cornerback should blow a running back away. And he fucking flat ass caught him and wrestled his ass to the ground.
Yeah.
Loved it.
He is a wide receiver, though, not a running back.
Metcalf,
yeah. DK Metcalf is on the other side of
Lockett.
Lockett.
He usually lines up in the backfield.
No.
Do they run a lot of jet sweeps with him?
I think not really. Normally they do that with Lockett. Yeah, DK is just a big motherfucker. He's the next Megatron.
Oh,
he's
Calvin
that big.
Johnson?
Yeah.
See, I can remember. I think I might have Alzheimer's. I can remember names from 10 years ago, but I can't remember the current fucking players in any sport.
See? That's what we do.
Fuck.
You are the old one on this show.
I am. Here's how old I am, speaking of Tyler Lockett.
Uh-huh.
I am old enough to remember very well his dad playing at K-State.
Really?
Kevin Lockett, yes. He was one of the first real superstar wide receivers in the Bill Snyder era. This would have been 92, 93, 94, somewhere around there.
Didn't Lockett play at K-State too?
They
both did?
Kevin Lockett played there. His brother Aaron Lockett played there, and then Tyler played there some years later.
Okay, there you go.
They were all three great kick returners and standout wide receivers.
Makes sense.
All Americans, I think, all three of them. Kevin went on to a fairly productive career, 3 or 4 seasons with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Which for a guy coming out of K-State was, at that time, was huge. Just for a guy to get drafted. Well, now they get it every year.
Yeah. So normally I would probably want to talk about the Seattle game and the Arizona game.
But you don't want to talk to me.
Last. But probably the biggest news, at least to me, unfortunately, it's not necessarily this part, that Brady and the Bucs ended up trouncing the Raiders over the weekend. But most unfortunately, I basically have to admit that we were wrong about Antonio Brown, because now he's going to be a fucking Buccaneer.
This pisses me off on so many levels.
It's so not fucking fumed right now.
It's not just about being wrong. It's how many times does a guy have to fuck up an entire culture of a team?
I agree.
Before you figure out, don't bring this cancer on. And I don't know what, 3 months ago, the Buccaneers were adamant. We have no interest in him.
Yeah.
I was hearing him talk on the radio today, and I totally agree. This was 100% a Brady thing.
Absolutely, it was a Brady thing.
And I don't think he quite realizes what he has brought on himself. They are doing very, very well right now. Way better than I expected. Mm-hmm. And they've got a continuity on this team, and you're bringing in somebody who can just fuck that all up.
Who else do you need to fucking throw at? You have two excellent wide receivers. You've got Godwin on one side. You've got Mike Evans on the other. You've got Gronkowski, who really hasn't shown up very much, but he's
been coming on lately.
Lately, he's looked better, but you have all of these tools around you. Leonard Fournette is starting to look a little bit better. He still has a little bit of time to learn the offense and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. But what the fuck are you doing with another wide receiver that can just take away from... Oh, and Scotty Renfro. Scotty Renfro is another one. Mm-hmm. I believe that's his last name. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I know his name's Scotty because he's cool. But,
and then there's two really good running backs, too.
Yeah, Leonard Fournette, and then I can't even think of the other guy.
So 3. Is it Drake? Is that...
No, Kenyon Drake he actually got hurt on the Cardinals. He's got a high ankle sprain. He's going to be out for a little bit.
Oh, good, because my backup is on, or his backup's on my fantasy team.
There you go. But I mean,
even though they got the week off.
Yeah. But here's my deal. How does this benefit Brady? In what way does it? I understand Antonio Brown is also a huge, or is one of the best wide receivers talent-wise that we've seen in a really long time. My problem, though, is what you said, as him being cancer and everything like that. But the Seattle Seahawks were more interested in him in the beginning. He was working out quite a bit with Russell Wilson. Mm-hmm. And they looked like they had good, I mean, for what it's worth, it's practice, but I didn't see this coming because I don't really see a spot for him.
The last we heard from Antonio Brown was him getting arrested for beating up a mover for scratching a piece of furniture.
Yeah.
And that was maybe the least offensive thing that he had done in that 6-month stretch.
Right.
So, I mean, there's something totally wrong with that guy.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not a doctor. I don't know if you knew this or not. I'm not a doctor.
Really?
Not officially.
Coctor?
I got one.
Oh, gotcha.
Go to see him next week.
Good deal.
Anyways, and by the way,
I was going to say, how's it going, by the way?
Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
is my coctor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I don't think he has a license either, but I don't mind.
Oh, okay.
He's just a good guy.
Oh, okay.
But no, there is something totally wrong with him, and I think there's some concussion shit going on.
Oh, he definitely is a walking case of CTE.
And there's the last thing he needs is to be going out there and getting his head kicked in more.
Yeah, I agree. And I think you're right. I think Brady's going to realize it once he has all of these mood swings again. It's not that he doesn't look sane sometimes. I understand that. But when you have a case, if I'm right, if my hypothesis is correct, and he does actually have CTE, you're going to see these mood swings, just like over the last couple of years. The same mood swings he's had whenever he was in Oakland at the time, and then now went to New England.
Pittsburgh.
And in Pittsburgh, same damn thing. And so if that ends up being the case, holy shit, look out. At least we're going to get more entertainment.
Yeah. There's only room for one narcissist in that fucking locker room, and that's Tom Brady.
That's correct. But luckily, I don't
know. Let Antonio Brown take the snaps.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
At least be entertaining.
What if he gets there and like after a week, you know what, get rid of Brady. I'll run the fucking offense.
There you go. I'm in.
You don't make me quarterback, fucking fire me. Isn't that basically how he walked off the Steelers? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, damn it. I had one more thing I was going to talk about, but now I can't really think of it.
Go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. Last but not least, and I don't remember if we touched on it last week, but I apologize to all of you fans and listeners of both football and baseball that you had to listen to Joe fucking Buck 7 straight days in a row, because unfortunately it happened again. He's still fucking doing World Series, so it's probably more than that.
You're telling me he didn't quit?
No, the Hall of Fame broadcaster,
And deservedly so.
for fuck's sake.
He's been doing it almost 12 years.
It hurts. It hurts my head. I can't fathom that man in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I mean,
I thought he went into the
Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I thought it was the Sports Broadcasters Hall of Fame.
No.
He went into the actual football
Yeah.
Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah, completely.
You didn't know
I get
before
it.
he became a broadcaster, the guy had a hell of a career.
Oh, yeah.
He had over 15 seasons with over 100 catches.
Oh, really?
No.
I didn't think so, Jeremy. God.
He used to catch for the Royals.
And then he literally says the most bland things during a baseball game or a football game. Mm-hmm. Really doesn't need to be there.
He is the announcer's version of dry white toast.
Yes, I like it. Mm-hmm. I agree. But anyways, hopefully moving on to the Week 8 games, I've got one to keep your eyes on, or at least to tune into if you get a chance. I'm really excited about that Steelers and Ravens game.
Yes. Yeah, very much.
I will watch that. Who do you have? Who do you think will actually win that game?
The Steelers. The Ravens have been a bit of a disappointment for me this year.
Okay.
They have all the potential in the world, but they just can't seem to put it together.
I'm going to take the Ravens. I'm going to take the Ravens this week.
Okay.
That's going to be we used to do locks of the week.
We sure did. Well, we used to do a Thursday show too.
That's true. Not anymore. We moved on to bigger and better
We
things.
would do the lock of the week, but no Derek, so
Yeah, it doesn't fucking make any sense. Plus, we do a draft now. That's more fun. Anyway.
I tell you what, there's another barn burner going to happen.
What you got?
The Chiefs and Jets. Now that is going to be
Here's a bet. How long do they leave Patrick Mahomes in the game?
I don't know. They pulled him third quarter
Against the
Broncos. They put Chad Henne in, who didn't look too bad.
Right. Do you think they leave him in after halftime?
Yeah, I think because they're going to get the Jets' best. I don't think they're going to come out and dominate. I don't know what the weather report's supposed to be like.
Who gives a shit? It's the Jets.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing is I have a really hard time being too arrogant about it because this has the potential to be like that ultimate fucking upset, embarrassment.
The Miami Dolphins beating the Patriots like 2 years in a row.
This would top that.
That would. Mm-hmm.
By far.
Yeah, I agree.
But,
Okay.
Still wouldn't be as bad as what are we moving on to now? What's the next thing? I don't want to just jump ahead.
No.
I was just going to say it wouldn't be nearly as bad as, say, K-State kicking the shit out of KU this last weekend.
Yep. I didn't even watch the game. Was it even worth it? Was it even a game?
It was worth it to me every fucking second.
What was the score?
I think 56-14.
That's awesome.
It sure is.
That's so great.
KU has some troubles. KU marched out a starting quarterback who I believe tomorrow turns 18 years old.
Whew.
He wears number 17 because that's his age. And he's the best they got. Don't get me wrong. He's not like a phenom.
Yeah.
He did as well as you would expect a 17-year-old to do under these conditions. Mm-hmm. But they suck in every facet of the game. K-State ran back 2 punts for touchdowns. The guy had 4 punt returns of over 40 yards. He set a single game. I know it's a K-State record and maybe an NCAA record. Single game, most punt return yards.
Holy shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, and they kept punting to him.
So they couldn't even figure out to punt it out of bounds?
No, they wouldn't.
Stupid.
I don't know if they wouldn't or couldn't, if the guy couldn't find out of bounds, but it kept going right to our returner. And to the point where he started calling fair catches with 10 yards of space around him because it's like, okay, enough. Enough, guys. What are you trying to do?
The mercy rule eventually came into play.
Yeah, pretty much.
And all those people that said, "Oh, now we have less miles. It's gonna change." I really don't think so.
He's had a lot of shit work against him.
Yeah.
Most of all being KU's coach.
Yes, I agree. I do agree
yeah.
there. There was a lot of other college games over the weekend, but
Nope, that was the only one.
I just really didn't watch a whole bunch of them.
Did you happen to watch last week Clemson and Georgia Tech?
Ooh, no, I did not, but I got something to say about something. Go ahead.
It was like 71-7.
Oh, Jesus.
They pulled
Trevor Lawrence.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
They pulled him in the third quarter.
That makes perfect sense.
And I believe put in the punter. they did. Their punter is their backup quarterback.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Trevor Lawrence said over the last week too? He basically said if the New York Jets have the very first pick of the NFL draft for the 2021 season, he is going back to college. He is not going to play for the shittiest team like the Jets are.
Well, get used to Clemson then, because they're gonna.
They're gonna. Adam Gase is a terrible head coach, and they will be the worst team when it's all said and done. The best shot you got is if the Dallas Cowboys purposefully try to tank. And even at that point,
They've already won 2 games.
I know.
I don't think the Jets are going to win a game this year.
You're probably right, but
They might beat the Dolphins.
Nah,
Maybe.
I don't think so.
I don't think they will. The Dolphins are a far better team than the Jets are. But maybe if they just have a bad, shitty game, then maybe. That's about their only shot.
Well, that's the sports stuff we got for the week. Now we get to move on to the fun stuff. The really fun stuff. Without Derek, it's even more fun.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Fuck yeah, it is.
It's like a slipper slide.
I don't have
made out of puss.
I don't have somebody just constantly being a douche.
I thought I was doing a pretty good job.
No, you're just being a prick. Mm-hmm. There you go. But
a well-douched prick.
Yeah, exactly.
Very clean, vinegary prick.
There you go. This is your favorite segment there, Jeremy.
It is.
Yes. You know what it's called?
Jumping jacks with polio.
No, it's not called that.
Oh, is this that question?
Yeah.
Yeah, you tried to start this segment earlier.
Yeah, I did.
And
then you took it over.
I sure did.
What are you going to do?
I'm the fucking star of the show.
Yeah, it's
damn it.
Pretty much. I'm definitely not one of those.
Shit.
I'm the peon.
You're the host.
Am I?
It's not really.
Didn't think so.
Barely.
Right.
You just talk. You make noises out of your face. Yeah,
like that.
That's the best I've heard you sound in a while.
That's good.
That was like a spot-on impression of you.
But yeah, this is questions and comments. We can change it up a little bit this week, but we'll go with whatever we got. These are some questions. We do have a couple from listeners that we had. Like I said, this was a really busy week for me, so I do apologize. With the TikTok, I wasn't very good at responding just because I had so much shit going on. Mm-hmm. But I did get a couple that we have not already answered from a couple of listeners. First
They're
one
coming in from all over the world. We're international superstars.
We are. I mean, look at me. I've got a fucking Australian football team T-shirt on right now.
Delaney's been down there spreading the word.
He has. I mean,
Thanks, buddy. The wrong time zone.
Yeah.
It's summer down there.
Ooh, and the American that I watched the interview that I kind of like, the team that I root for, the
just
Western
any
Bulldogs.
Old American?
He's just like the only one.
Oh, you're talking for Australia.
Yeah,
I thought you just saw an interview with an American and you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, for Australian football, he's the only American playing that sport currently, and he may actually get traded to my favorite team, the Western Bulldogs.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that.
I'm sure that the Western Bulldogs are not. Boy. They don't want an American coming in and mucking shit up.
I don't know. He's 6'11". Delaney says he's not very consistent, but he'll be fine.
By the way, I heard a very interesting rule as to why it is called football, American football, why we call it football, despite the fact you don't play it with your feet.
Right.
Did you know that was originally the way it was played?
Yes.
To scoot the ball down the field with your feet.
Really?
Yes.
Like On the ground?
Yeah.
Kicking a lemon-sized ball?
That's why it's shaped that way, so it will roll on its side better, and you can get the length of it with your foot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Good fun fact there, Jeremy.
They quickly figured out this is fucking stupid. Pick it up.
Pick it up.
Pick up the ball and throw it. It's shaped like a fucking bullet.
Yeah.
Use it that way.
Right. Okay, so moving on to a couple listeners' questions. I've got a couple of them. Mm-hmm. Let's see. First one, at Skeeter980, he wants to know if you could change any sports rules, what rules would you change?
Oh, I'd get rid of that ridiculous forward pass in football.
Why?
Oh, boring.
Why?
Throw it, you catch it. You throw it, you catch it. No, thank you. I want to see some good hard-nosed running.
Yeah.
Right up the middle, 3-4 yards at a time. I don't like big chunks and high-flying scoring plays and shit. Fuck that.
Okay.
If I want to see that shit, I'll go watch the Globetrotters.
I disagree with you, Jeremy.
Okay.
I would keep that one.
You want to keep that. You think that makes the game better.
Yes.
I want to see 4 men in the backfield.
Okay. Watch rugby then, dude.
They don't have a backfield. They just got front fields.
Okay.
Anyways, no, I actually, in all seriousness, there is a rule that I would like to change. It's a newly instated rule that I didn't realize until this weekend. In college football, if a player's helmet gets knocked off in the course of the play, and they go to continue with the play, that's a personal foul against them.
What?
And they can be kicked out of the game for that. For going against every fucking instinct in a football player's mindset. They don't give a shit if they're wearing a helmet.
But Jeremy, they need to be safe.
Yeah.
Playing the most fucking physical and violent sport that's
I agree, but how are you going to penalize somebody for playing fucking hard?
I have no idea.
And, they're only putting themselves in danger.
So, anyways, the rule that I'm going to change is I'm going to say let's start having or letting the MMA fights, let's just not...
Co-ed?
Yep, that's it. Fuck the woman, or fuck the guys and the girls, just put them all together and see what happens.
And I think we ought to have 3-way matches.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Tag team, now we're talking.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yes.
Barbed wire?
No, I don't know about that.
Broken glass? Sack of nickels.
How about just a cage with a roof?
Fair enough.
Okay, I like that one. We'll go with that one.
Because, they're always trying to escape.
Yeah. Yeah.
That way, it's fucking hell in a cell.
Yeah, hell in a cell match. That's what I want. Let's see. Moving on to Caleb Ubel has 2 questions. We can't answer the first one because we've already done that one before. But Caleb wants to know, if you could sacrifice one state to save the rest of the country, which state would it be? Which this is a tough question for me.
Not for me.
Why? What state would you sacrifice?
I won't even give my reasons. Oregon.
Why?
Really?
All of them are pretty good. I like. Damn it! I don't really know which one to sacrifice. I like them all. My favorite. Oh man!
Get rid of Hawaii.
No, because that's kind of like our only real tropical area, like other than Florida.
We own Puerto Rico. And besides
Can
that...
I get rid of that one?
Sure.
Okay, that's the easiest one.
It's
the one I didn't think about.
See, I always thought of Hawaii... It is to the continental United States what my tool shed is to my house. It's technically part of my property, but it's the shit we keep over there. That's the way it is. And I'm convinced that the Japanese just didn't realize how the country worked. They thought that was the mainland, and they were like spying on us. No, seriously, dude, we sunk Arizona and Oklahoma and West Virginia. We did. And they didn't realize those were just ships with those names on them.
I think if I couldn't do Puerto Rico, I actually think Arizona most likely. And the only reason why is because it's a big fucking desert. Or Utah.
Yeah, but we need to test our nuclear bombs somewhere.
Okay, fine.
And have good golf courses.
I was going to say, isn't that none of Nevada anyway?
White Sands, New Mexico is actually where the Los Alamos.
Okay, well, anyways, I'll go with Arizona, but I still like Arizona. Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, thanks, Caleb. Thanks, Skeeter, for those questions.
Great iced teas.
Now we got just some kind of random questions. We're going to start off with this one first. What are some professions where breaking into a song is discouraged?
Funeral director?
No, you kind of have to do it there, don't you?
Well,
Don't you
not a song and dance.
Oh, okay.
And I can't do one without the other. You know that.
I think this one was kind of like...
Librarian?
Yeah, and I can just see so many musicals with this one, but I'm gonna go with an actual college basketball coach. I'm gonna go right up our alley. I think that one would actually be absolutely fucking hysterical, but you just lost all factors of intimidation if that shit happens.
Okay, well, I
Bobby
guess...
Knight?
Yeah, so much for me writing Jimmy V the Musical. 6 years of work down the fucking tube.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry, buddy.
I guess I'm going to have to give up.
Yeah, you should.
I'm not supposed to ever give up, he said.
Yeah, I know.
But I have to.
But you have to. Let's see. Oh, this is a good question.
I doubt it.
What is your biggest pet peeve when you are at the grocery store?
Who wrote this question?
I found it.
All right.
I found it.
I was going to give whoever credit for it. I would love to give a joke answer on this, but I have such a good, serious answer, and that is assholes who still write checks.
Yes.
Each and every one of them can suck my dick.
Oh, you are so right.
And a couple of years ago, at an extended family reunion, I was railing on this, and it would be my mom's cousin happened to walk in the room right as I was just going off on a tangent about it. And she goes, well, I still write checks, like expecting me to back down. And I just went, well, then you're part of the problem. Knock it off.
Just writing checks for like anything with a possibility of a line.
To mail your bills in. That's
Yes.
all the checkbook should be for.
That's correct.
They have debit cards now. You can just hand them a check, sign it, and hand it to them, and it'll come right out of your checking account.
Correct.
And then take the receipt and write that shit down at home. Get out of my fucking way. These SpaghettiOs ain't going to buy themselves, motherfucker.
Yes. I completely 100% agree with you. So
They got to write it, and then they got to write it in their fucking check register.
yes,
And Jesus Christ. I mean,
it's
that should
ridiculous.
be punishable by death.
I agree. Punishable by running over you with a cart, like right at your ankles.
Yep.
That's what
Which,
should
by the
happen.
way, that is my mom's biggest pet peeve. Running into her heels with the shopping cart. I don't think I've ever seen my mom as pissed off as the one time I did that.
That's not my number one, though. That is not my number one.
It's not.
No,
You seen my mom more pissed?
No. I'm talking about the one that pisses me off more than anyone. Anything.
Okay.
If I'm going to a grocery store and I'm parking my truck, right, and I see somebody unload a shitload of groceries and leaves
leave
that fucking cart in between their car and doesn't have the decency as another human being to walk it over to where the fucking carts go, you are a piece of human garbage.
And you, it's not even that you mind taking up space in the parking lot, because when you say you drove your truck, you mean big rig, right?
Yeah.
You drive a tractor trailer?
Tractor trailer, yeah.
Just for fun. You're not even hauling anything.
No, my
Just
wife thinks it's sexy.
Sure. Got the Peterbilt?
Yeah. No, actually, no, John Deere.
Really?
Yeah, it's green.
Oh, okay.
John Deere green.
They don't
On a hot summer night.
make semi trucks.
Yeah.
They make actual tractors.
What, did you have a funny one?
No.
No? Okay.
No, just
asking.
because I mean, just the fact that people are in the store when I am, it pisses me off.
Yeah, that too. Okay, next one. What are some bad things to hear in a restaurant?
I don't know. Whose finger is this in my chili?
No.
Hey, free Band-Aids.
Oh God, that's gross. I was thinking along the lines of the cats came through the roof again, because that
Yeah.
actually has happened in a
Yes, it
restaurant
has.
in Kansas. Remember that one?
I do. That was at a buffet here in town.
Was it? Was it a buffet? Mm-hmm. Oh shit.
I mean, you could order off the menu if you wanted to, but nobody ever did. In fact, I'm guessing if you came in and ordered off the menu, they wouldn't know how to handle it.
Probably not.
This particular restaurant, they're not in business anymore.
No.
Now they're in the cat farming business.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Name a bad time for a microphone to cut out.
I can tell you a good time.
I can say a bad time. A bad time would be if a microphone cut out while we were doing the show and it was my mic. Mm-hmm. I think that would be a bad thing.
I was actually going to say that was a good thing. That's exactly what I was going to say.
No, that would be bad.
I don't know. Gettysburg Address.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Time. He was mic'd up, right?
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is like when the pilot on a plane is getting ready to make a huge announcement.
Oh, that happens all the time. Those things fucking cut out.
I swear to God, the people like me that are absolutely terrified of flying planes would just absolutely, what the fuck was he saying? What was wrong?
If you look out to your left, you'll be able to see the canyon.
No.
That
Guys,
happens all the time.
in the case of an emergency, that's it. Dead.
Mm-hmm. Or when gonna hit some turbulence to worry about. Do you say it's nothing to worry about or is something we should worry about?
Exactly. Let's see. All right, I like this one. Mm-hmm. Name a dangerous thing to do naked. I have not done this, but I have tried to cook with my shirt off and using bacon grease.
Just trying to seduce that food?
Yeah, man, don't do that shit. It burns.
Yeah.
It burns.
Bear trapping?
Fucking bear trapping.
I don't actually do anything naked, including shower. I always have socks on. Not in the shower. But I made that part up. But sleeping, which sometimes I'll sleep in the raw if I'm that drunk. Or even sex. I'll wear my socks.
Yeah,
I hate being barefoot.
I don't like being barefoot either. Oh, there's another good one. How about climbing Mount Everest? I think that'd be pretty dangerous.
It seems like, yeah, but at that point, with the thin oxygen, that's the least of your worries.
I don't know. I think you'd literally freeze your balls off first.
Did you see that movie, Everest, a few years ago?
I know what movie you're talking about, but I never watched it.
It's based on a true story, and they used, like, the people were real-life people. And the one guy got hung up there and got frostbite. He lost the tips of all 10 fingers and his fucking nose.
Oh, no.
His nose.
That's fucking terrible.
I mean, luckily you have to be incredibly rich to go climb Mount Everest.
Yeah.
They make reference in it because it took place in the 80s, I believe. And he makes a reference of, I didn't pay $60,000 for this. And $60,000, what the fuck?
Yeah, you got to be incredibly rich and incredibly fucking stupid.
Yes. It is. Everybody's done it. You're not doing anything
anymore. It's
yeah.
Not, yeah. I agree. Okay, let's see. Oh, here you go. Things you don't expect to hear from a seashell when you put it up to your ear.
Stick your ear in further. Deeper. Give me the lobe.
No.
Stick your lobe in me.
Put me down! Put me the fuck down!
Scotty, I fucked your sister.
Yes. That's probably that's what would it would actually say. Believe it or not, I think that would be that one.
You know how people like will pick up those big conch shells and blow on them like horns?
Yeah.
You ever seen a conch?
They look disgusting.
You would not put your mouth up to that if you knew what came out of that fucking shell.
For sure. All right. Here's
Get it to me. Feed me questions.
Okay.
I'm like Ezekiel Elliott. Feed me.
If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called?
Just nut butter.
Damn it. I was going to say testicle lotion.
Sure. Isn't that what you do with it?
Yes.
Moisturize it?
That's
Get the
right.
dog to love you?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah. That was what I was going to say. God damn it, Jeremy. Okay. You're stealing my answers. I have more fun when Derek's not here.
I do too.
Yeah.
That's not true. I like Derek.
I like Derek too, but I have more fun because he's not here to fucking make fun of me all the time.
Right, he's probably out fucking your sister.
Yeah.
Like that conch. He's using his conch.
Yeah. Anyways, just kidding. Let's see. I wasn't going to do this one. I'll do this one.
She's probably fucking a conch.
Oh, maybe. That's possible.
What happened?
Nothing.
Okay.
Next one.
Yeah.
Things drill sergeants would say if they had another job.
Just any other job?
Yeah.
What? It can just be any job.
Yeah, what job do you think a drill sergeant would actually be, good at?
Speak clearly into the microphone and give me your order. Welcome to McDonald's, dirtbag!
I like it. I like that one. Shit. I don't...
Would you like a hot apple pie with that, you son of a bitch?
No, I like the, we don't accept checks here, sir, you motherfucker. We're going to have to Dylan's cashier. Not taking checks. Okay, let's see. I think we're going to go on the last one. Okay, what conspiracy would you like to start?
Oh, I know. I'd be a flat moon conspiracy theorist. The moon's flat.
The moon's flat.
Uh-huh. No. We're just seeing the flat side of it. The Earth is totally round.
My God.
But the moon is flat. We still landed on it. That's for sure.
But it was completely flat.
Totally flat. That's what they didn't tell you.
God damn it. I really don't have one. I really don't have a conspiracy I'd want to start. I really don't. Do you have any other ones? I can't really think of a conspiracy. All of the ones that I think are true are good.
Kennedy died from the most violent heart attack ever. Just his blood pressure soared and his fucking head exploded. There wasn't even a first gunman.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, I like that one. Lord.
Okay, or at God damn it, why can't I think of the place in New Mexico where the alien Roswell? Yeah, it was a weather balloon, but an alien-made weather balloon.
Alien made?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It actually floated off of some alien planet.
Oh.
And wound up here.
I thought you were gonna say it was like Mexican made or something.
But it did test the weather perfectly. By the way, I love the idea that the closest star to us is 4.5 light years away.
Yeah.
It would take us with our current
technology
well over 100,000 years to get to the closest star with other planets. I love the idea of a species that could come that far but couldn't quite stick the landing. Once they got here, they just didn't have that kind of technology to land it. They could get here, though.
Very good. Well, those are our questions. Guys, I promise this week I'll be much better. I will respond a lot to your questions. This week just had a lot going on, so I do apologize. But now we get to go on to our draft. Get out your fucking readers, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
Get them out.
Got him. Wearing my sweater.
Yep. Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, so last week's draft was traditions, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who won that one?
Somehow you did.
I'm on a fucking streak, baby.
What is that, 2?
3.
3? All right.
Yeah,
Very
3.
Good.
But here, for what it's worth, you once again took second. Why do people hate you?
Have you heard me?
Yes.
Have you met me?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes. I don't think they should hate you, though.
I disagree.
Okay, fine. Mm-hmm. Then maybe they should.
Mm-hmm.
But then Derek did come in dead last, and because Derek is not here, it's just going to be a back and forth draft.
I think Derek should go first. I'll wait.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. This week's draft, I really like this one. This is a face that not even a mother could love draft, meaning the ugliest professional athletes of all time.
Mm-hmm. which this is coming to you from two guys who I think unanimously would be voted ugliest faces in podcasting.
You goddamn right. Mm-hmm. And we would sport that shit proudly. Mm-hmm. Much more attractive than Jeremy, but...
and yet I get so much puss.
Okay. Fine.
I pay for it.
Yeah?
But...
that's true.
Yeah, my wife doesn't care for that at all.
Yeah, I bet.
Why do you keep leaving money on the dresser?
Yeah, fuck you.
She hates that I keep calling her a whore.
That's so bad.
It is. She
Geez.
says that too.
I know.
Weird.
Okay, so this week's draft is the ugliest professional athletes of all time, in our opinion. So kind of what we think. Mm-hmm. This does not mean that we're right. This is the ones that come to our minds.
Okay.
So, because I won, I'll go last. Jeremy, get first pick. No snake, just back and forth.
Okay.
5 picks.
Randy Johnson.
God damn it. That was my first pick, too. God, he looks like it.
He is got to be inbred. You don't get that tall and lanky with that rat fucking face.
No way. And the hair. And the fact that he chooses to do his hair that way absolutely shocked the fuck out of me.
And it's like the skin around his mouth is permanently skull stained.
Yes.
Yeah, ugh.
He is the epitome of Joe Dirt if he were an athlete. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, all right. Good pick, Jeremy.
I know.
You fuckhead. Okay, if you're going to take Randy Johnson, I'm going to take... Fuck. I guess I'm going to take Steve Nash.
Okay.
So that's my first pick. God, I don't like that pick though.
Neither does Steve Nash.
I know he is not an attractive man.
He's not, but he is a listener. That's really offensive that you took that.
I think he understands, and I think he'd agree. So, all right, second pick,
Andrew Luck.
God damn it, we must have been going to the same area to find these goddamn people.
I have always said he looks like something out of Narnia.
He does.
A weird goat face.
Oh, yeah.
And he wears a beard to top it off.
No.
What's he covering up with that? He's hiding secrets.
Yeah. I like this one. I'm going to go with Larry Bird. He is an ugly fucking guy, too.
He is.
Yeah. He looks kind of special. Mm-hmm. Even back when he played, especially back in the old days, whenever he had, like... The actual blonde mustache with long hair. Mm-hmm. It looked goofy and shit.
Yeah, he looked like if they made pedophiles porn stars.
Yes.
That's exactly what he looks like.
Yes.
Okay. This is before your time, and I really only know this guy from pictures of him. Mm-hmm. And he's a kind of normal looking guy until he opens his mouth. And he's got no teeth and shit.
Oh.
A Packers linebacker named Ray Nitschke.
Ray Nitschke?
Yeah.
Not Keith Litsky.
Was he an athlete? Because if so, I'm going to put him in this list.
It could be. Possibly. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, he is an ugly motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Okay.
He looks like Chunk from the Goonies.
Yeah, he really does, with no teeth.
Yeah.
Anyways. I'm going to move on to, I don't know if I want to do it too early, but actually, I'm going to take Billie Jean King.
Okay.
That was not a very attractive woman.
Nope.
Fucking play tennis, though. Maybe.
I don't think she was interested in catching your eye either.
Fair enough. Okay.
George Murison.
Yeah, I was going to go that route.
That guy's nose is wider than his face. I don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah.
He looks like a Muppet.
You should look him up. He kind of looks like if Andre the Giant were really, really skinny and got punched in the head to where it flattened his forehead.
Yeah, got punched in the face by Andre the Giant as a big man.
Yes, that's what he looks like. Okay, we're into my good picks, I think. I am going to take Adam Morrison.
Okay.
That, if you don't know who that is, he played for Gonzaga a couple of years ago on the basketball team, and he was trying to grow this absolutely ridiculous mustache with long hair. Fucker could play basketball, but God, he was ugly as sin.
It was like he wanted to pattern his look after Randy Johnson. He had that weird mullet, and yeah, he was just not an attractive man.
No. Oh, absolutely awful. But anyways,
Is this my last pick?
this is your last pick, sir.
Roger Staubach, who is a
Really?
very handsome man, but ugly on the inside.
Okay. Just because he's a quarterback?
For
Or
the Cowboys. Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. I've got quite a few in here.
I got quite a few left.
I've got Aaron Judge. He's ugly as sin. Michael Phelps is probably one of the weirdest, goofiest looking athletes. He looks like he would be totally uncoordinated, but surprisingly enough, he's a fucking
His
legend.
feet are flippers.
Yeah, exactly. Bill Walton.
Yep.
Brittany Griner. That's a chick you don't want to fuck with.
No, that dude will kick your ass.
Yeah, that's true. But I think I have to do our show some justice. I am going to take none other than Randy McCammett.
Really? You think he's ugly?
Are you kidding me?
Kids love him.
That's going to be my pick. If you do not know who Randy McCammett is, do yourself a favor. Just look up terrible baseball cards. You will find his. I guarantee it.
Seductive.
Seductive as
Baseball
hell.
cards.
I had a couple of other ones. Did you have a few others?
Leon Spinks. He was another weird toothless motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shaun White.
Oh God, yeah. I actually snowboarded down a mountain with him before.
Sure you did.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Amy Wambach.
Yeah, she's not the most attractive soccer player.
Martina Navratilova. China. Rebecca Lobo. And Brittany Griner. Yeah, she's ugly enough to say twice.
How about Roy Big Country Nelson? I got him.
Okay.
Anthony Davis. I almost picked him for the unibrow alone.
Okay.
So, and I think I said Bartolo Colon already. So
Did you?
yeah, I think I did.
Yeah. And God, I didn't want to point it out because it is part of a medical condition, but Sammy Sosa.
He both, whether he was back in his prime or now, he's just not an attractive individual.
Right, but now, since he bleached his face,
Yeah.
he had that condition that makes the pigmentation
It's the
go
same.
out.
It's the same thing that Michael Jackson had.
Right, and he did the same thing as Michael Jackson, which was bleach his whole face so it wouldn't be blotchy. Should have left it blotchy.
But anyways,
Because if it was blotchy, you just go, oh.
yeah.
Whereas now you go, oh, fuck.
But anyways, that is our list, our draft for this week. We'll put this one on Facebook. Hopefully, this one gets a little bit of a following. We like spreading the hate.
We may get mired for this one.
Yeah.
We are bagging on people strictly for their appearance
That's correct.
when we have no business doing so.
That's correct as well. I think we could almost draft ourselves for this list
We sure could if we were athletes.
if we were professional athletes.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, we would have.
Yep.
So, anyways, moving on. Guys, do us a favor. I'll put it up on Facebook. Go and vote. Whatever list you like. And all that stuff. Anyways, moving on to my favorite part of every single episode. This is what we like to call our Laughing on the Sidelines shitty situation of the week. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is our Laughing on the Sidelines shitty situation of the week. Jeremy,
Yeah.
what we got, bud?
I don't know.
You always know.
I have never yet known.
Yeah, but you know this time.
All right, fine.
Okay.
It's Black Friday. You go out shopping. Every credit card reader in the country is down, and nobody has any cash, so all they can do is write checks.
Fuck.
Or your good friend sets you up on a blind date with Brittany Griner.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Which do you
definitely
choose?
that's a bad prank. I mean, it's a great prank.
I don't. let's say it's not a prank. Let's just say this person has a really bad eye for detail and just thought the two of you were a match made in heaven. He really thought that she was your type.
Oh, man.
Or that you were hers.
Yeah.
I think that's more
yeah, for sure.
the issue.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, she'd kill me.
Probably.
She'd kill me. Or I'd go to jail for beating the shit out of people but again, it's not their fault all of the credit card machines are down.
Get some cash.
But it's their fault they don't have fucking cash. Motherfuckers. Okay.
I never go out with less than $40,000 cash on me. I'm like Plaxico Burress.
Plaxico Burress.
Right after this, I'm going to go shoot myself in the leg.
Floyd Money Mayweather, too.
Sure.
God damn.
I keep all mine in a coin purse around my neck. Like an old lady.
I don't know, man. Brittany Griner scares the shit out of me. I guess I'm taking the checks. Okay. That sucks. But that's the idea.
All right.
I'm
going to go the opposite way.
Okay.
If I had the day with everybody writing checks, I would write one check for a 6-foot length of rope and end it right then and there. If I go out on a date with Brittany Griner, there are some upsides to it. You know she's paying.
Yeah.
She's the man in that relationship.
That's correct.
That would be just such an unusual experience. And so hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm Brittany.
But you know the worst thing though is
they said you had big tits. Yeah,
you do. But the worst thing about that is that I don't know if she's buying, bro. I don't know of a $35,000 yearly payroll that she's making.
That's true.
You're going to McDonald's.
Best we're doing is Bennigan's.
Exactly.
Which isn't bad. They got a good Monte Cristo.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right. Well, that is our shitty situation of the week. You got anything else over there, Jeremy, you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, Scotty, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the saving power of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I'm glad you had me in. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure a lot of people buy into it. So
okay.
We'll say it's real.
All right. I'm going to say it's real.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough. That's it? That's all you got?
Well, Jesus Christ, that was the easiest sell I've ever had.
Yeah, really.
I got a lot of other houses to knock on.
Oh, okay. You go and do that.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do it. No, I was going to say, maybe I'll do away with Utah, but they have the ski slopes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Halloween's coming up.
It is coming up.
You gonna wear a costume?
No.
No? All right.
No.
I have the same costume every year. I have the back half of a horse. Well, okay. I have the whole horse costume, but it's just me. I can't find anybody who wants to get in there with me, and I insist on being the back half. So I just like dragging around the front half.
Yeah. But at least for the back half, you get a huge ego.
Sure. Mm-hmm. And butthole. Because I cut that part out and I tape my butt cheeks apart. And I'll shit wherever. Just like a real horse. Like Smokey.
Yeah, like Smokey. That's so terrible.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't do Halloween.
Okay.
I hate Halloween.
All right.
And it's
Because
not.
it's the devil's holiday?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Because Roy Halladay?
No, I have no fun dressing up. That's not something I like to do. I don't like putting on costumes. I don't like painting my face. And I surely, out of everything that I just said I hate, I absolutely hate kids more. Fuck your kids. I don't want to give them candy. Don't let them come up to my house. Fuck off.
I don't give them candy either. I ladle out pudding. Just right into the bag there.
There you go.
I'll fill it up.
That's something I can get behind. Mm-hmm. Doing that, you got it.
Or maybe some bologna.
Yo, yeah. There we go. Now you're talking
Just
lunch meats.
Handful of fucking cold cuts?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Go make yourself a sandwich later, kid.
But
that's what kids really want, sandwiches.
But for all of you that do want to participate in Halloween, you guys just go ahead and knock yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Social distance. Wear a mask.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want to talk about that though?
What?
That.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, get this. I bought Bud Light today. I bought a 6-pack. It gives the ingredients right on the front. Hops, barley, water, rice. There's no meat in this. What the fuck? No brisket?
No.
No bologna? No cold cuts at all?
No.
God damn it.
It's also shit beer.
Yeah, with no meat. No wonder.
Yeah.
Damn it. There's
that's
no proteins.
That's because that's Bud Light. If you get Bud Heavy, comes with meat. Comes with meat in there.
You ever had regular Bud?
Yeah.
It's a little harsh.
I like it.
Really?
I like it. I like it better than Bud Light.
Really?
Oh, I can't stand it. I drink too much of that, and naturally, I get a headache.
Really? You telling me when you drink to excess, it makes you feel bad?
Yeah. Believe
Who'd
that
have thought?
shit. That's a surprise.
See, and
Anyways.
I'm kind of that way with Coors. I hate Coors Light, but the yellow Coors, the banquet beer or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Oh, well, there you go. Mm-hmm. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for this week. We don't know for sure yet if Derek will be back here next week. However, if he is not, we may have a special guest on. It's a rumor that's going around. So, tune in. Maybe it's not a for sure thing yet. We'll see. But whenever he's here, he always has a good time. But anyways, guys, do us a favor and keep doing what you're doing. We are doing very, very well of you guys sharing the show, sharing the TikToks. We will keep on producing and making those for your regular enjoyment. But do keep sharing the show. Also, if you guys listen to us on YouTube or Facebook, on any podcast platform, do us a favor and leave us a 5-star review. Also, keep sending your questions. I promise this week I will be a lot better. So if we find any questions that we have not answered yet or are just generally good questions, we will be happy to answer them on the show. But guys, thank you so very much. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys are our advertisers. So keep doing us a favor and tell your friends and your family if you like us. But if you don't like us,
I hope everybody who buys sex toys from you does it with a check and they bounce.
if you don't like us,
Tell your enemies.
and until next time, guys,
Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
until next time,
Keep laughing, assholes.
we will see you later. Take care.